Today we're going to be showing you how to adjust the direction nut on your Pro 2023. For this repair, all you're going to need is 2 thin-tipped adjustable wrenches, a rubber mallet, 1 6mm Allen key, a spanner wrench, and red Loctite. Alright, so to start here, we're going to go ahead and push our brake lines a little bit through the stem just to add some slack to your wire here, as it'll help get everything free. Next, you're going to want to use a spanner wrench to unlock this nut. You might find that this nut is very, very tight, so we recommend that you use a heat gun or a hair dryer to heat up the area, and it'll loosen up the Loctite that's already on it. Next, we'll just continue going until it's completely loose. Next, we'll go ahead and pull up this nut a little bit. Next, we'll go ahead and remove these 2 bolts on the side. Again, these screws might be very tight, so don't be afraid to give them a little bit of heat. Now, you don't have to remove them all the way, but just enough so that they're loose and spinning a little bit freely. Next, we'll go ahead and remove the stem. So this next part could be a little bit finicky. Removing the stem could be a bit difficult, and if you find that the stem is not just coming off, we recommend using a rubber mallet. Or if you don't have a rubber mallet, you could use the rubber side of a pliers or a screwdriver to hit the bottom of the stem here, and it should start freeing up. Now, you do not need to remove the stem all the way, just enough so that you have room for your wrenches to get in there and tighten the nuts. So for this next part, you're gonna need 2 adjustable wrenches that have very slim tips. And then we're gonna go ahead and place one of them on our bottom nut and the other on our top nut. We'll go ahead and start first by actually loosening our top nut while holding our bottom nut tight. And there, now that you have a little bit of a gap, you could go to your bottom nut now and start tightening that. You'll see that your top nut is also moving with the bottom nut. That's not something to worry about as long as you got enough space between the 2 of them. The top nut pretty much works as a set screw, and it's there just to make sure that the bottom nut doesn't get too loose. Now that our bottom nut is tightened enough, we'll go ahead and retighten our top nut. As we're tightening our direction nuts, we'll go ahead and turn around our swing arm just to make sure that we didn't over tighten it or didn't tighten it enough. This is the sweet point. Next, we'll put our stem back where it's supposed to be. We recommend hitting around here so that you don't damage anything. Once now it's flush, you can go ahead and put back this nut. We recommend to add a little bit of red Loctite just to make sure it doesn't come loose again. So now we'll go ahead and thread this nut back in place. When it's got a couple threads in, we can use our spanner wrench to torque it down. Now, before you torque down this nut all the way, you can go ahead and retighten these two side screws, as this will help make sure nothing gets misaligned. All right, and now that that's nice and tight, we can go ahead and pull back our brake lines so that our wire down in our folding mech isn't getting crushed. And now you could lift your scooter stem back up and you could put your folding mech back in place. And that's how you tighten your direction nut on your Pro 2023.